Hey guys, my name is Victor and today I'm going to tell you how to delete the photo background and swap it for another backdrop using PhotoWorks. Please make sure to like this video. Now down to the business. One thing I need to make clear, deleting the background of a picture is a very meticulous process. If you want to separate the person in the frame from the backdrop and place them someplace new, there are quite a few things we need to consider: the lighting, perspective, and the interaction between the object of the image and the surrounding. Imagine a photo depicting a girl. Her hair is blowing in the wind. That means that the new background should correspond with her appearance. As I said, I'll be deleting the background using PhotoWorks, since this is a very user-friendly photo editor that takes little time to master. Besides, you can use PhotoWorks not only for swapping or deleting backgrounds, but for color correction, smart cropping, and other photo manipulations. I genuinely believe that PhotoWorks is must-have tool for beginners and even seasoned photographers. Full-on pros can find it useful too. After all, the editor offers batch processing. You can try this software for yourself by following the link in the description. You can even get the fullest version of PhotoWorks at a sizable discount by following the same link. Now let's get started. So here's PhotoWorks. Let's find out how to delete or change the background with it. Here we have this overly cheerful guy. I switched to the Tools tab and I picked the aptly named Change Background tool. The workflow here is refreshingly easy. I'll zoom in on to the photo using the plus button. Now all we have to do is to mark the object with the green brush and mark the background with the red brush. There is no need to fill the man's silhouette like this. We only need to trace the outline to show the edges of the object. I'm doing it somewhat roughly. Then I pick the red brush and trace the background in the same manner. Don't paint over the model, just mark the backdrop like this. If you did paint over the model, you can fix it using the eraser tool. Will you look at that? I haven't even finished marking the background, but the software has already separated the object from it and did it fairly well. Oops, here is area where I stepped over the edges with the green brush. Let's pick the eraser, make the brush smaller and just fix this misstep. The edges have been reviewed and corrected once again. And once again, I have simply marked only a portion of the background, but the software was able to detect and delete it altogether. Apart from the brush sizes, we can also play with the blur border sliders. Let's try and blur them a bit just out of a curiosity. Seems fine, but I don't like this transparency in the fist area. Let's drag this slider back. The transparency is gone. I still want to blur the edge the tiniest bit more. Let's set the value as 32 maybe. Now I hit next. Here is step 2. Now we are supposed to correct the border between the object and the background. I don't think there is anything worth fixing, except for these tiny mistakes. We can do it by hand, no involvement from the AI is necessary. I think you get the gist. Well, here is a serious flaw on the call. Let's lower the background opacity and fix it. There we go. It's not to stretch the running time of the video, I won't be showing all the clears-ups I'm performing. I know you get the idea. Finally, I hit next. Now we are on step 3. Here we have the blur edge, extend edge, and adapt colors to the background sliders. What do these sliders do? Let's have a look right now. I'll crank blur edge all the way up and the borders became less defined. I lowered the setting and the borders are back to being clear. Don't adjust this setting just for the sake of it. Rather do it if it improves the image. Now the extend edges feature. If we drag the sliders to the left, the edges will shrink inwards. If we drag it to the right, they will expand outwards. Use these tools sparingly and depending on the situation. Now we are free to change the background for something new, but we can also save the picture as an image with a transparent background. Let's choose a new backdrop. The software has a built-in library of them, but you can use any backdrop of your own. How about a brick wall or a tropical beach. Why not? I think it looks awesome. We can save the image as it is, but let me remind you that the object should match the surroundings in terms of color palette and lighting. Look at the palm tree. It has a shadow beneath it. There is no shadow beneath our model. Besides, the light falls on him from somewhere up and right. The lighting and shadows don't match, which makes this swap natural. So let's click the Load My Own button and choose a picture from your collection, the one that will match the model. Anyway, I won't be changing the background on this particular photo. I only wanted to show you the technique, but we'll have a look at how the software will treat other images. Here is second photo of a young girl on a bridge. Let's immediately crop the image like this. Now we mark the object, then mark the background. Now we see a bit of a mishap that we'll have to fix manually. I click next and fix this mistake. The image looks fine. Now let's pick a new background and experiment with this slider. The photo editor analyzes the colors and contrast of the background and adjusts the object for a better match. Granted, there are still inconsistencies when it comes to lighting, but at least the color discrepancies have been relatively fixed. Well, this has been our quick how-to, but I hope that some of you found it useful and now you know how to delete and or change the background of your image and how to correct the borders. These skills will come in handy when you need to make a passport photo with a white background, for instance. Once again, the link to PhotoWorks is in the description, so go ahead and try this photo editor and its many tools and share your thoughts on it in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest video. And that's it for today. See you next time.